Hey, welcome back to the Signature Movement. It's your girl Tanya D. Floyd. I am I'm home alone. It's quiet. I'm about to let the dog back in though, cause he's been out most of the morning and he's kind of a fool. Oh, I left that teacup. But generally, what happens is he just barks at everything moving, and the neighbors get annoyed. But I mean, he's a dog. It's daytime. Who should be home? I don't know. I never know. But I try to minimize the amount of time he spends outside, making noise. So I'm gonna let him in. But I was thinking, and I was supposed to do this video yesterday, but here it is today. So my son is about to have a baby, and I've been quizzing him. Every now and then I'll send him a text message and say, hey, your baby's awake. You just got off work, screaming to the top of their lungs. Your baby mama cranky. What do you do? He usually don't respond, or he'll send me some kind of face or whatever. But then I sent him one yesterday that said, hey, if you have a daughter, are you gonna hug and kiss on her more than you would if you had a son? Something else I asked him, but he's like, man, leave me alone, man. Like, I know what to do and all that, because he's a baby whisperer, right? The babies love him. They always have. For years and years, all the babies we ever come across just seem to love him, right? But I was doing this because I told him I'm trying to break some generational curses. What am I talking about? I have this saying, we coddle our sons and galvanize our daughters. What do I mean by that? Generally, in our community, and I'm going to say it's mostly single mothers who perpetrate these crimes against our children. I'm going to call them crimes because we're not doing them really no good. But hold on, let me explain. So, we coddle our sons, meaning, society is rough on the black man. We know this. Society has no real regard for the struggle of the black man. Mental and, emotional health don't seem to be prominent things for the black man. So when we have young black sons and we raise them with all the, extra crutches and support and pampering and, this is my little king and I'm going to make his plate first and different other things I've heard single mothers say about their sons. It's like, my son's son is everything. And, while I agree fully that we must protect these individuals and that we must fortify these individuals, I think we got to draw the line a little bit sooner than we generally do. Coddling your son, as in, patching up all the boo-boos and making all the bad things go away and never letting him fully understand or appreciate the struggle that he has to face when he goes outside, because you make everything so cushy inside that he doesn't accept the reality of what's going on out there. Half the time we don't even let the kids know. At a certain age, we like, they too young to find out about this, or they're too something to find out about that, or the anxiety, or this. Like my other son with the disabilities, I have to be very, very conscious of what I share with him, how much information I give him or allow him to see. But the reality is, child. Reality ain't a real thing for them, because they all in the internets and the TV and the this and that. First, the kids be walking around acting like Disney is the real way of life. They start at a young age talking crazy and acting like them kids on TV. We don't do that. That ain't no. But that's all they see. And then you over here hugging and pampering and, oh, don't worry about all those other things. I'm going to buy you every shoe that ever comes out. I'm going to buy you every computer and every game. And I'm going to give you all these things. But that ain't real. That's not how real life works. That ain't even how your life works, because who give you everything you want? Where? When? How? You're a single mother. You work hard. Work way too many jobs to be giving somebody all them things to make them believe that all these things are due to come. That's not realistic, right? So, yeah, we coddling our sons. We making them feel this false sense of reality when reality is right there outside the door. We got to protect them, but we got to do it with balance and with strategy. You can't just send them out here thinking, well, my mother got my back and that's that. Real life stuff outside that door. He could hit the corner waiting for his bus and somebody wrongly accuse him of something, and where is he? In a world of trouble or dead in the street without asking questions. We gotta break some stuff down to them a little bit sooner and a little bit with more grit and grime than we might want to. You just gotta give it to them raw sometime. I got a whole lot of questionable parenting methods. When I talk to my kids, it's more like, look, I'm tough love with everybody. My daughter, I have told you how she will always be all right. Yes, we galvanize our daughters. Yep. We give them the whole, I'm sorry, let me start with me. I gave her this whole, you can't rely on nobody. You can't trust nobody. I don't care how many friends you think you got, you don't. Some of them ain't real. Some of them gonna go away. And sure enough, over the years, they've been falling off. She be like, look, I'm gonna change my phone number. I ain't got time for none of this. Stuff like that. So, it's important to give them the tough stuff, but, spoon feed them the tough stuff and then help them to understand how, I'm not gonna say you can flip the switch when you come inside, but this is a safe haven. This is where we regroup. This is where we fortify each other. This is where we support each other. We don't bring that crap out there in here. And at the same time, when we in here, we got to get our battle armor on for when we go back out there. It's tough, but it's real. Okay? So, yeah, one of the things I made sure my daughter knew was, financially, you got to be it. Now that she has a kid too, big time. Financially, you are it. Ain't no man coming for you, girl. Even if one say he like you. I don't care if 5 say they like you. Watch their moves. They ain't for you, they for them. Always know they for them first. And if they care about you genuinely, they might be for you. But you got to watch them instead of listening to them. Look, we heard years ago in Mary Kay, we used to say this thing, your actions are speaking so loudly, I can barely hear what your mouth is saying. It's true. I watch everything you do, and I'm gauging how I'm going to respond to you based on what you're giving me. You know what I'm saying? It's that no expectation thing. It's all wrapped up together for me. It's about just giving people what they are worth. Giving people not exactly what they give me, but knowing who's who, what's what, and giving as little as possible to those who are not here for me. That's what I teach my kids. Yeah, watch people. You can listen to them too, but if the stuff don't match, go with what they're doing. Don't go with what they're saying. I don't care what the intentions are. Intentions, what they say, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Yeah, you can mean, all them things, but you don't. But you could mean all the things, and yet here you are doing something totally different than what you mean. Nah, we got to go with what you're doing. So you showed me. I heard you loud and clear when you showed me. But yeah, back to that galvanizing daughters thing. We got to teach them how to be all self-sufficient and, everything to yourself and act like nobody's coming for you because they may not. The reality is you may never be chosen. Guys will tamper with you. They'll play with you. They'll dance with you. They'll do whatever with you, but they won't choose you unless that's what they want to do. And even then, you ain't guaranteed protection or nothing, because they chose you. Just be mindful that nobody's really for you but you. So, when it's time to let somebody in, you'll know it. But you're going to get hurt way more times than you like before you get to that point. So, trust no one. I'm rough, but it is what it is. Trust no one. My sons, I've always felt like, oh Lord, here we go with the daddy, the father, the sins of the father. So, I'm not going to say a lot about that, but I've always had to be the tough love and the mommy figure in their lives. Sometimes people will think I'm coddling my sons and I am shielding them from way too much stuff. The father will say, you gotta let them fall. You gotta let them hit the ground. You gotta let them hit the wall. You gotta let them this, that, and the other. I've been paying attention the whole time, sir. I know what I gotta do. That ain't always the answer. Sometimes yes, but sometimes no. So, because I've been here and I've been paying attention closely and I know who we dealing with, I'm just going to do it this way. And I think he'll be fine. Now, that's not to say you're not going to mess your kids up, because you are. I don't care what you do. Too much this, too much that, not enough, blah, blah, blah. It's no, sure thing. It's not. But if you're there and you're paying attention, you know who the people are, and you see the emotional intelligence or the lack thereof, you know how to. It's like baking a cake. You got to taste it every now and then throughout. I don't care how many times you made it. Certain times the ingredients not full strength, or the eggs old, the eggs are new. There's different things that can happen. Your cake can be temperamental, but when you baking that cake, even though you've been making it all these years, you gotta still taste it. A few grains too little salt right there. A little bit more sugar is needed. So yeah, I've been baking these cakes the whole time, paying full attention. So I know what I need to do. They're gonna be mad a lot of times, but hey, they little people. They like me and they like you. So it's a real toss up. How they gonna feel it, what they gonna do at any particular time. But yeah, you gotta put your finger on the pulse and just give them what they need. And they not all the same. Each one of them is different. So yeah, we coddle our sons and galvanize our daughters based on the society that we live in. However, if we find the right balance, and if we pay close enough attention to what's going on and when and who's offending them and how, back in the day, it used to be you don't say nothing bad against a teacher because the teacher ain't lying on you. Well, now they do. Now they do. Been in it a few times, seen it, and had to call her on it. Like, no, that ain't true. I got the facts right here. And then she ain't say nothing else. Paying attention the whole time. I'm here. So, we coddle our sons and galvanize our daughters because of the way things are out there. But we got to remind them to keep it out there. And we got to remind them that we got their back. But don't be crossing no lines, okay? It's just certain things you're just not going to say and do because society made you. Not in here. This is the safe place. This is where we all come to leave that out there. It's tough that the girls have to be prepared for, being alone and for not being loved or respected or for being just mistreated for something somebody perceives about you. Sometimes if you're too cute, they don't like you. Sometimes if you're a little bit too assertive and too, outspoken, they don't like you. And they plot against you because of that. Boys too. People don't like my son because he's handsome and because he got a little bit of mouth on him. But like I said before, he'll let you slide a few more times than my daughter will. She ain't having it. She always been little. She's always been angry. And she just got a little bit of vicious in her. It ain't coming out. Maybe with age she'll mellow. But she's still going to be sharp as a tack. So don't try it. Don't try. She been knocking mamas out with that left hand since as long as I can remember, okay? But my sons, they're a little more sensitive, as in, not as what they can take, but a little more sensitive toward people than her. They have this whole, they don't want to offend. They don't want to hurt people. She don't care. She'll hurt you. 100%. Don't try her. Them boys, a little softer. They might have hurt feelings, but they do not wish to hurt you initially. We coddle our sons and galvanize our daughters because of the ways of the world. Just be mindful. Pay close attention to what's happening, what they're saying as well as what they're not saying. And don't let the world tell you how to treat your kids because you know those kids. Each one of them is different, but each one of them is part of you and part of that guy that you know well enough to have a baby with. So, yeah. Use your good sense. That ain't your king. That's your son. He don't get everything he want. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how many hours you work. It don't, no. He's not your king. He's your son. Okay? You can coddle him if you want. Give him all the hugs and kisses. That's another thing. Just because he's your son don't mean he can't cry or feel emotional or be upset or get hugs and kisses. My grandson, perfect example. He has anger issues naturally. But every time he has some kind of outburst, we got to talk about it. Hey, I want to normalize talking about the feelings, okay? Boy, girl, it don't matter. Let's vocalize what's going on in here and in here so that we can understand it and so that we can understand how to navigate around other people who aren't sensitive to that stuff, okay? They don't care about us, but we have to care about not hurting them because they're ignorant. Talk to my grandson all the time. Babe, did you fight today? Oh, yeah, I fought today. What'd I tell you about the anger? They keep making me angry, though, Ma. I'm like, I get it. They're going to keep making you angry. But it's your job to learn how to control that anger. And not to say that you shouldn't be angry or you shouldn't display anger, but you have to learn how to pace that anger so that it doesn't get you into trouble doing things that you didn't intend. You could be angry in a certain kind of way. He ain't ready for this lesson yet at 4 years old. Maybe he is, though. If somebody keep antagonizing you at daycare or in life, wherever you are, whatever stage you in, they probably should get chin checked at some point. I ain't mad. So learn how to get that anger and figure out what level you on. Figure out whether you need to walk away or not. Figure out if they need to get punched in the face. But I'm trying to teach him the mechanics of the angry, okay? Because your girl's a pro. I've been angry my whole life. It's like the Hulk. They like, what's your secret to not, being the Hulk every single time? How you stop being angry? It's like, the secret is I'm always angry. It's true. Always. But I have learned, and I'm trying to teach my people how to use it. It's like knives in the kitchen. It's a tool. Sometimes you just got to leave that joint in the knife block where it belongs. Because you ain't on a cutting operation right now. It don't have to come out all the time. But sometimes you just need a knife, okay? You get what I'm saying. You can be angry. It's not a problem. You can feel whatever you want to feel. You can be hurt. You can be sad. Just normalize. Let's vocalize what's going on in here so we can figure out how to process that and how we can use it for our good, or figure out how to just put it in our pocket for a later time and then work it out in, boxing ring, basketball court, football field, something like that. Or we can just go outside and throw water balloons, whatever. Just, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. But yeah. We're going to normalize some different things that we haven't been doing all these generations, and we're going to be better because we got to. So, yeah, I'm going to keep quizzing my son. If you have a son, what you going to do with this scenario? If you have a daughter, what you going to do in this scenario? He will get tired of me. I don't care. Breaking them curses. We're not going to keep doing the same thing because it's pretty ignorant at this point. We have access to information our ancestors and our grandparents never had. Some of our parents don't like the internet because it came out when they was in their 40s and they just not trying to learn a new thing. Some of them don't want to use the new tablet because every 6 months to a year, your thing is obsolete. They're not even doing updates for it no more. They don't have time for all these things, but we have the tools we need to learn anything we want in this world. Yeah, we got to be a little smarter with what we're trying to do out here in these streets, okay? So, yes, we do coddle our sons and galvanize our daughters, but we got to get everybody prepared and balanced. And that's just it. Have a great day.